Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of February, the sun is shining and we are absolutely flat out. Prop beds are already full up, we've already taken a load of stuff off and we've got more coming along. Seed sowing really goes into earnest this week and yeah, really busy time all around the nursery, so I'll give you a quick run round. So here in the bubble, we love sunny days like today. It's still freezing outside, it's about -2, but in here we're sitting at about 12-14 Celsius, and that's all coming from the sunshine. When the sun goes in, obviously the heating will kick back in again, but no, sunny days like today are wonderful, keep our heating bills down. And to make the best of that, we squeeze up the benches at this time of year so that we can get our fresh pricking out in. And this is the first of the pricking out. There's some Confederate violets that were pricked out just after Christmas, and they're now on the move. So yeah, we've got a bit more squeezing up to do and plenty of pricking out to do, and we'll soon be absolutely chocker in here. One of the benefits of the wet and grotty January that we've had is it's given us a lot of time inside, which has meant that we've actually been able to get on with our potting a bit earlier. So we've been pruning and potting fruit trees, and we're getting on well there, and still doing it on the wet and grotty days. We've also been doing grapes, and now we're moving on to soft fruits as well. So yeah, for this time of year we're actually filling up quite nicely out here. This year we've had to pinch the veg tunnel. We seem to be running quite tight on protected space this year, and we wanted to get on with potting up the grapes, which we're working our way through now. We actually like to containerise these and then keep them in until sort of Mayish sort of time. Once they start growing, obviously it's more important that we do. And as I say, we've run out of space elsewhere, so for the first time we've actually sort of stolen our veg tunnel space. We're going to keep a spot up the end so that we can get some beans and peas on the way soon. But no, I think this is going to fill up with other stuff this year. So up here in the top house, we're absolutely chocker. We seem to be chocker everywhere this year. Well, obviously it's been very handy with the wet and grotty January that we've been able to keep the vents open and run this house very cold. But similarly keep the worst of the weather, the wet particularly, off this lot for the winter months, and it'll be a case that hopefully with these colder temperatures we can keep everything back. If not, then we'll start getting stuff out pretty soon. Out here in the cage, it's really nice that we're getting some prolonged hard frost. These are all our autumn sowings of things like hellebores and violas, cowslips, etc. And all of these need to literally freeze solid. And if we can have a week or two of that, then it'll break their germination. And as soon as the weather starts to warm up, we'll see these all germinating. But I was beginning to worry that we weren't going to get that hard weather. And then we'd have had problems with germination later on. So out here on the vegetable garden, it's pretty much as one would expect. The wet and grotty January hasn't done the best to it. Now the frost is getting into the ground, which is nice. We've dug over some big areas, so the frost will be getting in there and breaking it up. The artichokes aren't looking too cheerful, but that's to be expected at this time of year. But no, so we're still picking from the brassica cage, obviously the carrots, etc. that we got protected under the straw. Parsnips are yummy now, full of sweetness now, and yeah, no, similarly we're getting on with all sorts of other bits. Saffron we're lifting now in the green and dispatching out, and all in all, as I say, it's not the best time of the year out on the vegetable garden, but it's pretty much as we'd expect. So I'll finish off up here, and this is an exciting little project that we've been waiting to do for more than a year or two, and hopefully we're going to start very soon, and hopefully when we do our March clip it'll be underway. Depends what the weather does to us, but no, we're going to plant this up as a very small mini vineyard. So we're going to have all the varieties of grape that we sell and produce, and we're going to have a little run of each, so people will actually be able to see what they look like, how they grow, and obviously it will give us one or two fruits that we might make a bottle or two of wine out of. So that's it really for February, and we'll catch up in March.